If I woke up tomorrow with $50,000 in debt, I wouldn't panic. And the reason why is because I've done this before and I know the exact steps that I would take to get myself out. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what I would do starting the first day. So if I had $50,000 in debt, these are the exact steps I would personally do to handle the situation. You're going to want to write out all of your bills. So you have everything in front of you. Get a piece of paper right now and a pen, or download my budget clarity worksheets. It's just a very simple, easy, printable page, and it's just a space for you to write everything out. There's a spot for monthly, quarterly, and yearly. Download it now and get going on that. But you're going to want to write everything out. So we're going to start with all your monthly bills. Then what do you pay quarterly? Then what do you pay yearly? It's a lot to think about sometimes because we forget about these yearly bills that pop up every year, and we forget about them sometimes. You're going to want to write all of it down. Have it all in front of you. Sometimes this is the hardest thing for people, is to face the facts of everything they own, but I feel it is the most important step. Always remember when you're writing out your quarterly bills to write them out 4 times. You pay them 4 times a year, not just once. So make sure you're writing them out enough times. Now think about anything you pay yearly: Costco, Sam's Club, maybe a Ring doorbell subscription, your gym membership, that might be monthly, insurance, Amazon Prime. Stop and think about everything that you pay throughout the year, and you have to write it down. Write down all your debt. That's usually monthly. Have it all in front of you. And this is sometimes the hardest thing to face, but we need to come to reality about this, and we need to face the facts. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a note of your incoming paycheck twice a month or 4 times a month, whatever it is. Guesstimate, estimate. Like, what do you think is going to be for the month? What is your normal? Just write it down. And then we're going to put your monthly regular bills underneath that. Okay, so subtract all your bills that you pay regularly every month. Make sure you include all of that debt too. What do you pay every month? Then for those quarterly and yearly bills that I had you write out, make sure you add all those up, and we're going to divide it by 12. That is what you would be paying for all those bills monthly. Okay, so we need to know, and we need to include all that in this little mini quick budget to see, do you have enough to cover all the bills? So quarterly bills, we're writing out 4 times. The yearly bills we're including in, adding them up, divided by 12. We're going to add that amount to our little mini budget. Okay, so just start subtracting everything from your monthly payroll. Subtract all those bills out, including your debt. What do you have left over? Do you have anything left over? That's your eye opener right there. That's going to tell you if you've been overspending every month. Do you have a little bit left over, or do you like, oh, I have a decent amount left over? This is going to be great. This is the eye opener. This is what's going to, that's going to give you that aha moment. Like, okay, I don't have enough money. Now let's figure out our next step, or we're going to be fine. Look it over. What can you cut from there to free up some money? Because that's what we need. We need as much money as we can to put extra on our debt. There's no way you're going to get out of debt if you're just paying the minimums. It is going to take you an eternity to get out of debt. When you are paying on debt, we need to throw as much money as we can possibly find on that debt. So what can you temporarily cut to save up some money? Can you cut the Sam's Club membership, the Costco membership, the gym membership, Netflix, whatever it is, whatever you have in your life going on, what can you temporarily cut to free up some money and take that money and put it on your debt? The next step that I recommend is an emergency fund. Now, I'm not talking a big emergency fund. I'm talking a little emergency fund. Because if you happen to have a small emergency, we don't want anything to derail you from paying on your debt. We get behind on our debt because we have a small emergency, then you get behind on your payment. And that starts racking up. Then the fees start racking up and everything. And you kind of get behind or lose momentum or don't pay it at all. And we don't want that at all. So if we can cover our butts just a little bit with a small emergency fund, and I'm talking $500 minimum, but $1,000 would be better. And if you had $1,000 set aside, and I know that sounds like a lot for some people, this is what I did. And this is just what protects you a little bit. So, okay, you're in $50,000 debt. Let's get going. We write everything out. We figure out what's going on. What money do you have left over? Start putting that money aside. Start doing whatever you can to build up that emergency fund. This step might be hard for some people, but it really is the most important step to protect you while you're fighting to get yourself out of debt. If something pops up, small emergency, you're covered, you're good. Right now, if you're $50,000 in debt, you are desperate. And when I was in debt, I was fighting for my life. I was fighting. It consumed me. I thought every single day about how can I come up with more money? What else can I cut from my budget? What can I sell to get more money? And that's the kind of mindset you have to be in. You have to be in that, oh my gosh, I'm drowning and I need to save myself and my family. That's kind of how you have to be. You have to be desperate and almost OCD about it. You have to it consumes you. It should consume you because $50,000 is a lot of money to owe back. And I would want to be free of that as quickly as I could. If I were you, the first thing I would do was call any utility company or the debt company or whoever that you're dealing with and talk to them and tell them how desperate you are and if they can help you out in any way, shape, or form. I don't care if it's some kind of grant through the utility company that can help save you money. Maybe it's your credit card companies. You get the right person and they will help you. You will be surprised what kind of help you get sometimes when you get the right person. And it doesn't hurt to ask. We have to take the time to do it. And sometimes it's hard to stop and just take the time to make these calls. But I'm telling you, I have called plenty of times to plenty of people and not gotten the right person. And then I'm a little persistent sometimes. So I call back again and I get a different person. And that was a little life changing for me. I say life changing, but one time I got the right person for my utility company and she helped me out more than what I was even asking. And I don't know what she did or if she was allowed to present a grant to one person and it was me. I don't know. But at the time, I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like I was not even expecting the help that she gave me that day. And because I saved so much money, I didn't have a big utility bill the following month. So I took the difference out of my budget and I took that money and I put it on my debt. And how exciting is that to that's what you got to do. If you're saving money one place, take that money and put it on your debt. Like, don't waste it. You're given that opportunity. Don't just be like, oh, we got extra money and we haven't been out to eat in a month and we're going out to eat. I do not recommend that. I don't. I did not treat myself when I was getting myself out of debt. My celebration happened after I got out of debt. That is when we celebrated. And you don't need to go out to eat. You need to get out of debt. Like you're drowning. Like you're in a boat and that boat is just slowly going down in the water and it's not a good feeling. It is panic mode. And if you're in panic mode, you're desperate and you're going to do whatever it takes. And that is what I highly recommend through anything is to get that debt paid off as soon as you can. Even if the debt company or the utility company, even if they could change the date on your payment, maybe make it towards the end of the month or the beginning of the month, whatever is best for you, whatever suits you more. Like I would like mine at the end of the month because it gives me a chance to save up the money, get everything cleared up. It gets my budget going. So if like I pay everything at the end of my month, all my money can get figured out and what I have extra. Maybe if I worked a little overtime, I have extra money to put on debt. I can do all that at the end of the month when I figure out my budget. So maybe you just need to get the date changed on your utility bill or your debt to get things straightened out a little easier for you during the month. When you're in debt, you have to almost become extreme or crazy, obsessed, because you need to figure out exactly how can I find more money? How can I get more money? How can I make more money? How can I get more money for my debt? Every little way. And I'm talking, I don't care if it's birthday money, fifth week money, tax money, you sell something, become desperate and obsessive over it and figure out how can we get more money? The more money you can come up with, find, save, I would immediately throw that on the debt. Throw as much as you can on that debt. And I don't care if it's an extra $7. $7 helps pay down the debt. Think of this debt as a game, and you're trying to kill all the debt with your money. You're going to want to throw as much money as you can at the debt to kill it. And the weaker the debt gets by throwing the money at it, eventually he dies. I know it's such a weird concept to think, but that's what I used to put in my head when I was paying off my debt. Like, this is a game and I need to win. I need to win this game. I can't take this debt. I can't take this pressure. I can't take the thoughts of being here anymore, and let it get to you a little bit. And then you are fighting harder for it. So if you can find any extra money at all, whether it be your tax money, maybe you sold something around your house. Can you find a side hustle? Is there a part-time job that you can get? Can you walk a dog? Maybe have a yard sale. Donate plasma. I will list that video above. That has made me some great money to pay off debt and to help my family out. I love donating plasma. It's not for everybody, but I'm going to link the video. You can check it out, see if it's right for you, and go from there. That might be your answer for getting some extra money to pay off this debt. And if you do that, make sure that money is going in the right direction, or maybe even start a YouTube channel. If you're in debt right now and you are hardcore getting yourself out of debt, even following these steps I talk about today, people would love to hear your story on YouTube. That's what people look up all the time. How do they get out of debt? And when somebody is in debt and they're documenting their story, people love that even more. And speaking of watching YouTube channels, I want to thank all my subscribers for watching my videos every single week. It really helps my channel grow. And to everybody, if you want to continue watching all my videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's right down there. Go, right now, go. For me, I put it in my head that I was going to have to put my life on hold. That's what I did. That's how I handled things. I literally put my life on hold to get myself out of debt. Now, it still took me a long time to be debt free, but it would have taken me a lot longer if I hadn't just froze everything in my life. Now, I did have fun. We did go out for ice cream once in a while, or we would go to a festival, but we were very mild about our purchases. We do not spend a lot. We would bring water to a lot of places. We never bought drinks. We would always pack snacks for road trips. We did not indulge when we would go grocery shopping. So that meant we did not buy snacks or pop. We would grow our own food in our garden and we would bake bread. So we would try to save money in the areas that we could. We also froze anything. If we had leftover food, that would go right in the freezer. So we just did these little tweaks and we really thought about our purchases. We didn't just do frivolous purchases. When you put your life on hold to get out of debt, it makes you appreciate all the small things again. So when you do go out for that pizza, or maybe you let yourself go to Wendy's that night, it becomes more special because you're not doing it all the time like you used to. It's special because now it's a treat. So you can only do so much with the amount of money you have in your life. But that very first step is an eye opener of what actually do you have in your account? What can you actually afford? You can only do so much with the amount of money you have. So if I woke up tomorrow morning and I was $50,000 in debt, these are the steps I would do. And I would stop all the spending and figure yourself out, because we definitely don't want to be adding more debt to our lives. There would be no credit card purchases. There would be nothing until you got your system figured out, and stick with it. Do as much as you can, find as much money as you can possible to throw at that debt. Don't just stick to your minimum payments because you're just never going to get out of debt. You need to throw as much money as you can on that debt. I would start with your smallest debt and I would just throw as much as you can onto it until you get it paid off and move on to the next one, and just be consistent about it every single month. And if you find $5 in your account, schedule a $5 payment to get that $5 out of there and onto your debt right away. You will see freedom so much faster this way, and you will experience having your life back doing these steps. So if you're watching this video right now and you are already out of debt, what is your number one piece of advice to tell the people watching right now that are in debt? What is your piece of advice that you would want them to know to help them? And if you want to know about my easy 3-account budgeting system that I do, I'll link it above here. Check it out, and I will see you over there.